friends, today's lesson 11-6 is nearing the end of our unit here where you're going to get to choose whatever strategy you want to use to solve some subtraction problems. So we've done the open number line, adding on the open number line, subtracting on an open number line, regrouping, partial sums. Show your work, explain what strategy works. It's completely up to you. So the first one, 312 minus 179. You might just wonder, maybe just the first one you want to say, okay, well, let's do a little regrouping. So I have 2 minus 9, can't do it. How am I going to get enough ones to subtract? I'm going to grab from here. Now I have 0 tens here. And I added the 10 over here, so now I have 12 minus 9 is 3. Now I have another problem. I have 0 minus 7. I can't take 7 away from 0. I have to grab from the hundreds. I have to take 10 of those hundreds. So now I have 100 away. I have 2 hundreds left, and I take 10 tens, which is take 10 of them and put them over here. I have 10 tens equals 100. Now I have 10 minus 7 is 3, and 2 minus 1 is 1. Six, explain why the strategy works. I used regrouping. So that's the first one. Second one, let's just choose a different strategy. You could just do them all regrouping if you really wanted to, which is perfectly acceptable if that's the route you want to go. Might be good just for the strategies here to at least try another strategy as a refresher. So you can add up to subtract. 155. You need to get up to 464. How do we do that? Well, we got an open number line, so I'm going to write I used an open number line to add up to subtract. So how do we get from here to here? Well, start with hundreds, so 100 is 255. Another 100 is 355. And another 100 is 455. Now we're cruising. So I have plus 100, plus 100, plus 100. So far, so good. Now I have to get from 55 to 64. Always nice to get to the nearest 10. I'll do plus 5. Plus 5 gets me to 60, 460. Now I need to get from 460 to 464. You could do plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, or you could just do plus 4. So now here's my answer, 100, 100, 105, and 4, which is 309. So that's a second strategy you can use. Number 4, you have 612 minus 478. One of the strategies we did was to count back on an open number line. You do it that route. Again, if you just want to do regrouping, go ahead and do regrouping. Knock it out. I'm just going to refresh you on some of these strategies since we're almost at the end of the unit. What does that look like? 612 back here, and then I'm going down to 478. I'm going to hop back. So if I'm going to hop back, I'm going to go minus 100 to 512. Minus 100, 412. Can't do that. I just went by it. Right? Not going to work. That's when you have that guess and test of, oh, okay, 100. So let's change this from 512 to, instead of 100, let's do 12 to get down to the nearest 100. Let's make this 12 minus 12. That gets me down to 500. So far I have 100 minus 12. Now I need to get from 500 down to 78. Let's do increments of 10. Minus 10 is 490. Minus 10, 480. So I've got a minus 10 and minus 10. I'm getting closer. 480 to 478. Minus 1. Minus 1. 479. 478. So to add it all up, I've got 100, 20, 10, 20, 30, 32, 33, 34, 134. Last but not least, you have down in the corner, you have use place value to find 748 minus 319, complete the equations. So you have 300 plus something plus 9. Well, what am I missing? 10. And then you're just going to use this to solve it. So 748 minus 300 is 448. 448 minus 10 is 438. And last but not least, 438 minus 9. This is that mental math strategy. 429. 429. So again, you can use my strategies here. Or just regroup all of them. That'd be easier for you. Flip it over on the back. It says Ava wants to use mental math. 2 finds 352 minus 149. Show I should use the difference. So again, we just kind of did mental math right there on the front, right here. Taking the expanded notation, 310 and 9, breaking it apart and doing mental math. So you have 352 minus 149. And you're going to break this apart. 100 plus 40 plus 9. So you're going to take 100 away from this, 40 away from this, and 9 away from this. What does that look like? 352 minus 100? This answer minus 40. This one's going to come down here. And then you're going to take this answer down here and you're going to subtract 9. There's the 9. And that, my friends, is how you do mental math. Then you can talk about, is it a good strategy, yes or no? Explain why. Yes or no. Maybe you agree, maybe there's no right or wrong answer for this as long as you explain it. I already think it's pretty challenging. It says sample answer, Kristen found 562 minus 399 equals 163. Using open line, she added up to subtract. 399 to 562. First she added 1 to 400, then 100, and then 62. Think it was helpful? Does that get her from 100 to 62? Yes or no? Explain it. Last but not least, take these 4 digits here, these 4 numbers, plug them in down here. It looks like you're subtracting on our own per number line. Subtract topping back. Just to do the math on this, you're probably going to start with the largest number over here and work your way backwards. So 692 minus 5 is a pretty easy one to do. And this is going to be the biggest number, and then you have to figure out the 2 in the middle. And that's it, my friends. If you have any questions, come see me. If you don't, turn it in. Make sure your name's on it. Thank you.